Wasif, welcome to the stream. Royal, thank you guys for joining the stream. How are you guys feeling today? Okay, Zayman, what's up? How are you guys doing today? I think we're set up. We are set up, ready to go. You like it? It's Rebecca E. Tripp. Music brought to you by ocremix.org. Large majority of it is copyright free if you use it in the right way. Every now and then, some of it gets claimed, like yesterday's. But I'm just going to mute that part of the video. It's like 37 seconds out of 140 minutes, and they get half the revenue. Or sometimes 3 companies claim it, so they get 75% of the revenue. On top of, YouTube takes theirs too. They take 30% approximately. So of the 70%, I get like 20%, and then because I use 37 seconds of the wrong track. YouTube's copyright thing is all jacked up right now. Like, everything I played yesterday was all under fair usage, but I'm still claimed. It doesn't make any sense, really. Silver Starlight, thank you for joining the stream. You're not late. Usually it takes a few minutes for me to even get my head straight. In the area of the tropical storm right now. Oh, I hope everything is working for you. I'm glad you still have power and whatnot. Anyway, today we're going to be making some monsters to continue the bestiary. Yep, try to stay safe. Exactly. And we're going to continue linking maps together. We got down to map number 8. And we made Dambat the best cat. And Dambat will stay here. All right. Let's continue linking a couple more maps, and then we'll add some more monsters. We've already made the common events for all these, so it should be easy. Let's take a copy of this, go down here, zoom out a hair, and kind of visualize how we want our entrance and our exit to be. Is this even music? Oh, there's a bass. It's pretty sinister. Wasif has been doing a lot of tile set editing. Nice. What are you using for that? GIMP or Photoshop? Or something else? It seems that everyone is redoing their tile sets and map corrections. Well, I don't see why not. Okay, so we have a long tunnel here that we should probably make use of. This will be an entrance or an exit. And this could be side, 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 and then this could be entrance or exit. Let's make this the exit and this the entrance. So let's paste in entrance right here. Zoom in a little bit over here. Do some tile set editing, just a second. There we go. Wah, 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 wah. Cool. Here's our entrance, and we'll move around over here and call this our exit. This kind of sounds like some Satriani, or maybe even Steve Vai. Guitar riffs. Craig, what's up, my dude? Thanks for coming to the stream on Pro. Ren Phoenix, how are you doing today, Ren? How's life treating you? How's your game? Booyah, 2 cups of coffee in my tummy and Drifty is streaming. There we go. This is cup number 2. How about me? I'm doing all right. Kind of tired, a little bit tired this morning. Real life stuff is a bit overwhelming, but it's good. It's good news, good stuff. Let's get the exit going over here. Here's an exit. No distracting lyrics. I was digging the reggae vibe, the 2 and 4 beat, but not the lyrics right now. I need something kind of chill and ambient. Let's put an exit down right there. Got your noodles and coffee ready. All right, Silver. Have a good breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Noodles and coffee. Yeah. So you're redoing all of your armor to make it work with the Octopath system, Ren? That's interesting. Do you already have a lot of armors that you have to redo? Because that's a pain. What kind of crafting system are you using? Do you have Yanfly's crafting item synthesis? Or is it some sort of custom evented thing? Let's put some torches down. We need to get some torches, please. Thank you, yes, good. That should work. And the player will come up. Here's an exit. Here's an entrance. The player will come up from here and take a left, and then this will be an optional chest, and then we'll put an optional there and also there. And then one here, hidden in plain sight. Let's do that. This is our chest number 1. Yeah, Yanfly's item synthesis is pretty cool. We can put one right here too. Put one there. Put the number 2 chest there. The number 3 chest over here. And a number 4 right there. Epic pan flute solo. And then we can put a number 5 right there. Boom. That's some next level music. Yeah. Head, body, shoulders, wrist, belt, legs, boots, and offhand. For sci-fi, does that make sense? When you go to offhand, you might have some problems. How are you doing the dual wielding thing? Offhand as in a second weapon or a shield? I would go with weapon and allow like 1 and 2 hands in the weapon slot. And you could even make sword and shield combo as 1 item for the weapon slot if you want it to be like sword and shield. Head, body, wrists, legs, boots. I think makes more sense. Get rid of the shoulders, get rid of the belt. You're gonna have a lot of armor to make, Rin. I fell into the trap with dungeons. I did all the stuff. I went with like a Final Fantasy XI approach. I had head, necklace, shoulders, chest, legs, waist, and then feet, and then I had left ring, left earring, right earring. It was crazy. I didn't even use. I don't even have armor for all of these things. Also, getting leg armor is hard to find art for that. You know, so you have to think about that. Maybe you should drop that as well. Go with like body and then feet. So head, body, feet, weapon. And then add like something that's easy to find art for, like artifact. So from the top you'll have weapon, head, body, feet, relic or artifact or something like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's your game, you do however you want. If you don't mind making that many different armors and finding the artwork for them too, is a thing you have to do. So every time you add a new selection of armor that people can use, you open up more work for yourself. And it's easy to overdo it. It's easy to overdo it. So narrow your scope a little, I would suggest, but do it however you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chests here. Let's set the player on here and get a feel for how the map looks. Add an augment stone to repel lava resistance. To repel lava or add resistance. Like a water stone that boosts your player's defense on the field. Yeah, you could do that. Like, that was the relic idea. But if he's going sci-fi, he doesn't want to use like magic, repel type stuff. So just make it, just try to make it make sense scientifically. Like a wax coating for the water repellent. Like, you can put a wax coating or something like that. Or power laminate. You can do something like that. Make stuff up. For lava, you can put like volcanic rock something coating. Or you know what? Volcanic polymers. And you can apply a volcanic polymer coating to your suit of armor. And use Yanfly's item attach plugin to get away with having less pieces of armor. Thermal venting system. Yeah, there you go. That's great. Some sort of water cooling. We could bring this chest down. One, let's do that. Let's put this one right there. You pulled the item attach. There's 2 of them. You have attachment and then item augment. Is this one completely hidden? Oh no, it's not. I didn't even see it and I placed it. That's great. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, that looks fine. Let's go ahead and link up map number 9. One, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 6. Nope, 7, 7. Eight. And then 9, 9. Let's have it roll 1 to 9. There we go. We've got 9 different maps. player. Do I have a walking sprite for Jinx? I don't know if I do. Maybe we need to make a character sprite for Jinx. Alright, let's make a monster. We have 5 enemies right now. A ghost type creature, a worm, a fox, a scorpion, and a rat type creature. They all have 3 different custom moves. And they should have custom items, so we're going to have to make some items and update our loot pool as well. Didn't we make an item for this? A rat tail. We just didn't assign it. So for each creature, I also want to update items and give them 3 things that they can drop. A common, an uncommon, and a rare drop. The uncommon will be about 10% of the time. And have I seen Unpro Pro's minimap? Yeah, that's really awesome. It's super cool. Have I played Idle Heroes? I have not, Greg. Is it any good? To A sprite for Jinx. I don't know, for Jinx, I want her sprite to match the already existing artwork. With A sprite, like when I'm doing those sprites, I don't have like something I have to kind of like conform to, so it's really, really easy just to mess around with it. But when I have to make something look a specific way or to match another piece of art, it can be very time consuming, and I don't want to throw the whole morning into making that for Jinx. Excuse me. But we can make some monsters using Hidden Ones battlers. So we're going to use a placeholder here. We're going to make a new creature. I don't know what creature yet, but what we're going to do is open up the games folder and go into IMG, SV Actors, and look at some of the Hidden One stuff I have. Pick something quickly, randomly, and add that. I do have, you know, a fairy battler for Jinx. So what we can do is take the battler and resize and make a 48 by 48 animation, but she'll be facing in one direction when she's following at all times. So that'll be kind of weird. It's not like she has to turn, but it would be kind of odd if she's always facing the same direction. Maybe we'll make her like invisible and not give her a walk around sprite. A chimera? We could do a chimera. An ogre. The drone. Different colored behemoths. Rooster, kind of like a chocobo-ish looking thing. Do we actually have a bat yet? We don't think we have a bat. I could do a mini boss or a boss mob. That's true. Eventually we're going to. But I need a lot of common creatures. I want to have 10 common creatures per like boss fight. Maybe I don't need that many. It'd be 9 to 1. let's do a different colored bat. Or we'll do a black bat, most commonly seen color. So we're gonna take Hidden Ones, bat 4. I pressed F2 to select the text, and then I pressed Control C to copy it. And I just go here, and I paste it like that. So we have a wisp, parasite, the fox, the scorpion, and then the rat. The tunnel rat was the one that we had here. So we're going to do a bat now. This is going to be the bat. Alright, let's get rid of the default attack. We'll start him with, this is our level 6 enemy. 600, 60, 600, 60, 60, 60, 60. Come on, brain. Alright. And this will be our black bat. We'll call him dark bat. A dark bat. You could do a mini boss or boss mob that becomes a common mob later on, says Docweez. A lot of games have done that. I like that idea. Shadow Bat. It does sound cooler. We're going to go with that. Shadow Bat. And we'll give a basic item, a bat wing, which will be an alchemy ingredient as a common drop item. You would think a bat wing would be inside of a default RTP. This is VX Ace resized RTP and additional stuff like the colors created by Yanfly. But you would think that MV or VX Ace would use a bat wing, right? So we wouldn't have to make a bat wing. This is 32 by 32. So I changed the grid so that I can see the box. And then we have to draw a bat wing. So let's go with this and go pencil tool. Uh-oh, we gotta stay in our box. This is so hard to do. That's not bad. It's progressing to get worse and worse, this Batwing. Maybe I should have just ace-sprited this. Maybe I'll just, because I want it to be one Batwing. It looks awful, like completely terrible. Alright, Photoshop, you're not working for this. What we're gonna do, so I'm gonna select the spot that I'm gonna be using for it. This is a Batwing. And we're gonna call it a can be sold or crafted type thing. A Batwing. We're going to create a new 32 by 32. And pick a what do you call it? A palette? Not template. Suppose it is a template. Let's go something with some shades of gray going on. This will work. And we're going to start opposite. We're going to start with a lighter color, like this. So much easier to sprite in a sprite. Then we're going to make a little bit darker color for the outsides. And then slightly darker. And continue that darker pattern. And go one more. This will be the complete outside of the image. That looks closer to what I want the Batwing to look like. We can add some different tones in there. You know, I don't know if it looks like a Batwing, but it looks interesting and different. It'll stand out enough. So we'll save that. DG underscore Batwing icon 01. Oh, we need to export that as a PNG. Okay, it's exported. We can open this. sort by date. So it should put it at the top. There it is. And we just select this entire thing, copy this, go into this icon set, select this, and paste it in there. There it is. I would have never done that in Photoshop. It would have never turned out like that in Photoshop. Yeah, it's good to just keep practicing your pixel art, dogwees. You're doing the right thing. Try and get better over time. Last year, I wouldn't even have been attempting as much art as I'm attempting this year. And I want to keep going in that direction and trying things that I previously thought, I'm not really good enough at this. Well, you're not yet. You know, you got to keep trying, and you will be, but it's not just going to happen like that. There's a lot of work that goes into it that people don't see. They just be like, oh, this guy's so talented, this girl's so talented. You don't see the 1,000 hours they put into it the last couple years to get where they are. And they probably think they suck still, you know. So we're gonna save this, overwriting the PNG itself. Yeah, I want to save my changes. There we go. Gotta say, an updated icon set. So now this bat wing is there, and we made a custom bat wing icon. And we'll value this item. No scope, never occasion, not consumable, regular item, will be consumed via crafting. And inherently right now, it has the value of being sold for half of its value. That's all the easy part. Let's make some custom skills for the shadow bat. Maybe the bat will inflict blindness. Let's do something like that. So it's going to have a basic attack. It's going to have bat scratch. We already have scratch, don't we? Do we not have scratch? Claw. We don't have scratch. So I'm going to make scratch. From scratch. Aha. Make it from scratch. Scratch your target with claws. This is going to be a TP generation move, like the other ones. Generates 15 TP. And we'll give the bat a TP costing move and an MP costing move. This will be a tech, occasion battle screen only on one enemy, and it'll have a very common damage formula. HP damage with physical damage. It can critical. It will need a custom animation, something simple. We can do that too. So let's do that. Animations, let's take like the slash fire and turn that into the scratch animation. We're going to turn the slash fire into something else. There we go. You can get rid of the first frame. And it looks like we have a double. So there's 1, 2. On the first frame, we'll have a sound effect, and the 5th frame will have a sound effect. So we'll edit this to go on 5. It won't be fire, it'll be something else. Nope. Let's make a sound effect for it. Some chill music. But I want to do a custom sound effect really quick. So let's do this. So I ripped some paper, and we're going to turn that into a custom sound effect for our game. We're going to normalize the audio. We'll apply a basic limiter to -3 decibels, and we'll repeat this process until both channels are pretty close in volume. The more times we do this, the more quality we lose on anything that's getting chopped. Like, see, this right channel picked it up louder, so we chopped some there. But we're going to limit one more time. And one more normalize. And we can do some compression. Nice. And we can actually change the speed so that it becomes a little bit longer. That sounds painful. Wow, that's a painful scratch. Let's undo that, but let's make it, we'll do the same thing, but not as intense. Just a little bit longer. Yeah, that sounds better. I'm going to put something to it. Change the pitch a little bit. Sounds like paper too much, so let's go the opposite direction. Let's change the pitch to higher frequency. Sounds less like paper now. I like that. And we can try reversing it. We'll keep it like that. And let's go ahead and do one more EQ to it. What about this one? That sounds more powerful. Let's normalize that. Doesn't sound like a paper ripping. We just know that's how the sound started, so we can still visualize it. But in the game, that won't sound like a paper ripping. Let's limit and normalize one last time, and then we'll use that. Okay, we're going to export this audio. Exclamation point DG underscore, use whatever naming convention. We'll call this bat scratch. Where are we at? That's in the project already? Cool. That's where it needs to be. So I saved it inside the game's audio SE folder. That way when we open up, that'll work fine. I might have to reload the database by closing it and opening it again. But no, I don't. It's there. So we have a bat scratch sound effect. So we'll put this on frame 1 and change the screen flash into a target flash. We'll take slash and edit this to be on frame 5. Ooh, no, not that. No. There we go. Super fast coin jingle. Can sound like the fluttering of wings. So maybe this should be on 1. Nah, on 5. Let's put this on 2. No flash on 2. But let's copy the bat scratch and put that on 5 and change the pitch of it a little bit. I like it. It's simple and it works good. It works well. There we go. Scratch. Custom sound effect, custom animation. Doc Wee suggests some attack names for the Shadow Bat: Fear Screech, Terror Wing, and Blood Drain. We should do Blood Drain. That's very frustrating to the player, so I don't know how strong we want to make it. Silver Starlight says she's been drawing her whole life, but she still thinks she sucks. Just keep doing it. I bet you're better than you think you are. Okay, 1 skill down. Let's make another one. I like your suggestions, Doc. Let's do Blood Drain. I mean, that one's pretty expected for bats in RPGs, right? A steel RPG, steel blood, steel HP. God, steel HP move. All right, we'll do Blood Drain. For this, we might need to use a plugin, but it can buff the bat instead of healing. Yeah, we'll have it do very little damage, drain a little bit of HP, and raise his max HP. Ooh, it'll look like he's not gaining HP because his max HP is going up. But if he keeps doing Blood Drain, he'll get harder and harder. And then we could make a boss around that idea. Blood Drain. We need like a drop of liquid that can be recolored, you know? Like we need to make a base icon for like a drop of liquid that we can make a whole new row for, or at least a few different colors. No problem, Silver. Slash Me ruthlessly steals the idea. Take it, use it. Turned it into something even cooler. Blood Drain can be the thing that buffs the bat. Yeah. I read that already. Let's do another A Sprite. That was fast, easy, and I'm happy with the result. Doesn't, kind of looks like a piece of cloth, but whatever. I like it. Let's make a thing of liquid. Let's do a new 32 by 32 drop of liquid. It doesn't matter what color scheme I go with here, really, just something that'll match similarly. Let's go with the Google UI. And we'll start with a very light color for the center. And I'll just put some more color in it like that. Let's move the entire thing down a little bit. And then I'll use the fill tool. Let's use the eyedropper and the fill tool, paint bucket. Paint bucket is G. I should be using shortcuts, and I for eyedropper. This is the hard way. Yeah, this makes more sense. Let's take this color, paint here. There you go. Coming together. There it is. It has a little weird thing right here, doesn't it? Looks more like a stone. Maybe it needs to be like thinner at the top and then balance this part out. I could take this, but I'm not really happy with it. So I'm going to take this color. Maybe I should have enabled symmetry here. That's fine. It's a little better. And B for this tool, I for this. Okay, that's fine. Now that I have this, let's go ahead and save this as exclamation point DG underscore blue water drop 01. We're going to export this as the same. And we're going to open it. A sprite. Here's our blue water drop. We'll select it. We'll copy it. We will make our selection on our icon set. We'll paste it there. Now we have a new blue water drop icon. But what I also want to do is paste it in the next tile over. I'm going to paste it here, and here, and here, because I'm going to give it a few different colors as well. There we go. So let's select this. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So I want to change layer 3, blend mode, something else. Is that going to do anything? Apparently not. Okay, let's just give this a hue. Green. Oh, that doesn't do anything. I just want to shift the hue of this layer. No. There we go. Let's make it a different color blue. There we go. And then I want to select this one and do the same thing but different. Let's make it red. Nice. Okay, and then we'll select the next one. Do the same thing. A yellowish color, and we can select this one. We should make this one more transparent, huh? That's 75, let's try 85. And also do different color. We'll make it 90. So we have 5 different colors here. We'll save the changes as iconset.png, and I want to replace it. Okay. Now, when I go here, I reopen this. Should reload. Nope, I have to hit OK, save the game. Open the database. There they are. For blood drain, we'll use this one. Why not? Welcome back, Craig. Body, arms, wrist, back, offhand for armor slots, and 2 types, light and heavy. However you want to do it. I would narrow it down as far as you possibly can. Having arms and wrists sounds kind of weird. Like, pick one. I would say body, wrists, back, offhand if you want shield or whatever. Head, body, wrists, feet. Back if you want capes, yeah. We got blood drain. Steal your target's HP and gain a max HP boost. This is going to cost 60 MP. He'll only be able to do it once. It's an ability. Occasion battle screen on one enemy. It is a... We're going to consider it a magic attack. But we'll still say uses. It will be HP drain. Physical damage. A.ATK times 2 plus A.AGI times 2. Or times, actually AGI plus A.MAT times 2. It's strong, so we'll have to make some adjustments. Minus B.DEF minus B.AGI or MDF. Yep. Wait, am I using something different for magic defense? What am I even using for my types? Nope, terms. Magic defense I'm using for something specific called reputation. But I'm using agility as speed, so I'm going to use speed and endurance to dodge and take less damage. So we'll change that. Plus I'm armor scaling, so it's interesting adding a negative when you're using armor scaling. You get some low numbers sometimes that you don't want, so I'll have to play around with this. But it's going to add a buff. Max HP buff for 5 turns. We can make it add a state too. That does other things, but this is pretty simple, right? Deal a good amount of damage that steals life, so it's a huge heal. And also boost your HP, your max HP. So they'll be a pain in the butt because of this, but it costs 60 MP, that's a lot, so they'll only be able to do it one time. And they'll probably do it at the beginning where it won't be as effective. Let's make the TP move. Oh, it needs an animation. Let's make an animation for Blood Drain. We can use Yanfly's Lifesteal plugin too. Let's take this one as our template, paste it down here, change the claw to something, /1 blood. We'll need to change the frames it's using. And then /thunder will change to water, but we'll turn it red. Yeah. So we have the secondary effect, but we need to shift. Frames 1 through 9, cells 1 through... No, not shift. That's going to move them. Do a batch. A batch. We're going to do a batch. On frames 1 through 9 for cells 1. Just cells 1. And what we want to do is change the pattern. Or you know what? We'll manually do this. Let's go in here, change the pattern to 10. Nope, because I need to see. Is it 14, 15? Here we go. Maybe 12. 11. 11. So then we'll change this one to 12. Change this one to 13. Change this one to 14. 15. There's only a few frames, so this is the best way. Undo this. I think. No, we don't need that. That's it, actually. Let's change the sound effects. That'll work. Let's make a sound effect. We're gonna go like a slurping sound effect. This is a nice track. We're gonna pause it though. We gotta get a quick sound effect. Yeah, look at that. Delicious sound effect. Yeah. Alright, let's normalize it a little bit. Normalize. Limit. Normalize it again. Repeat that process a couple of times to get a louder version of that without amplifying. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and reverse it. Yep. And do a little bit of a fade out right here. Fade out. Okay, that's good enough. We don't need to mess around with it anymore. Export the audio as !DG_slurp. Slurp. And save that in our games audio SE folder. Let's get back to some music. Close this, reopen this, and get our slurp sound effect. There it is. Yeah, that works. Let's put this on 3. Let's put this on 1. Edit this and put this on 2. And put this on 3. That's fine. I think this goes on 2, this goes on 3, and this goes on 4. Slurp's got to start at the beginning because it has sort of a little delay. I don't know. Maybe I was... It's fine. That works fine. It looks different. It's customized. Highly customized. This is Blood Drain. We'll give it that animation. Did we give Scratch its own? Yeah. Okay. This does not gain TP. It costs 60 MP. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a third skill. It's weird how fitting that slurpy sound is. You too can have Drifty Slurp sound effect. Only 99 plus shipping and handling. Alright, so we need another skill. We'll call it Darkwing. I love it. Darkwing Duck. Darkwing. And this is going to be the move that costs 40 TP. And it'll be a tech. Occasion battle screen on... Should Darkwing be a buff to the map, or should it be a debuff to the party? A debuff would be more appropriate and useful because he's already buffing himself with the attack move. So we'll have Darkwing. He's already a butthole, this bat. So I'm not going to have it all enemies. It'll be one enemy. Chance to inflict blind. Chance to inflict blind. And I'm using /IT to call a icon of a state right here. And it'll do very little damage. A.AGI plus A.MAT. No critical. But it'll have a state. Add state blind 75% of the time. Yeah, that'll work. So we could also note that 75% chance to inflict blind on your target. Eventually these moves will be learned by the party. In fact, after we finish this monster, let's make some items that grant the player the ability to use these skills from the enemies based on what they have equipped. So Darkwing can be this. We can take this and make this darker. So we'll go here. We can take this little section, copy it, go here, paste it. Oh wait. Paste it. Did I not copy? Oh, I copied a blank layer. This is on layer 1. Copy layer 1. Go over here and paste. Now we have a layer 7. We'll take this and we will apply something directly to it. Hue saturation. We'll take the lightness all the way down, or not all the way because we don't want to lose that difference of color in there. The hue and saturation won't matter on a grayscale. We'll just make this darker. There we go. We can save this. PNG. How many debuffs and buffs do you have? Not a ton. Hey Drifty, will you add a weight mechanic since it's a dungeon crawler? How are you doing, Devin? Thanks for stopping by, my dude. I'm probably not going to add a weight mechanic. I don't think so. I want to give the player the option to hold a lot of items. It is a dungeon crawler, that's right. But it's also a simulation game, you know? It's going to be, the player's going to have a ton of items. So it's going to be very generous in that aspect. Nice suggestion, though. Cool, how's your game? May have to hit OK, save this, and then reload the database before it notices it. But there it is, it found it. Darkwing. That would make carrying around 20 pickaxes a bad day. Yes, it really would. So it uses Darkwing, and this will be chaos damage. So it's specialized in that it does nothing based off the attack powers, just intelligence and strength. No, intelligence and speed, but it inflicts a state, and it does a different type of damage, chaos damage. You could have a stat allocation to increase weight. I could, I just don't want to. Let's give Darkwing two things. Let's give it a state animation and a casting animation. So we need two animations. One long, one very short. One not long, one regular one with sound, and one very short with no sound. We'll use that. Paste it here. We'll call this one Darkwing. Needs to be like, yeah, there we go, this one. Gotta change the sound effects, of course. We'll use that one for the first one. Target. No flash, right? Why would it flash? It's going to be darkness. So let's change darkness. It is a bat, after all. We need to change some things about this, though. It seems to have multiple things going on. Does the pattern start on a certain delay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Why is this even like that then? No, I'm gonna delete the first frame, the second frame. I don't like this monster screech, it's just annoying. I want just something simple. Like I don't know. That'll work. It's kind of long. Let's get rid of this frame. You have this. Maybe we need multiple sound effects. We'll go like ba 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 ba, something like that. So we'll put this one on 3. Water will be on 5. We'll copy the blind, put it on 8, but at a lower frequency or pitch. Copy this and do another one on 10, but at the highest. So we got. We don't actually need the water one, do we? They need more space between. So we'll put this one on 2. We'll put this one on 7. And this one on 11. We can get rid of the 7 one. Put this one on 9. Maybe we just get rid of we change this 9. It's a trial and error here. This one's giving us some trouble. There we go. Let's try that. It needs like a sizzle. Down needs to be quicker. I don't know. This can be closer to the end. Blind could be at the beginning. How does this do? It needs something on 2, doesn't it? Something like yeah, something like that. We'll have the absorb on 1, the blind on 3, the darkness on 2, and the down on 7. Okay, it's got a lot going on. We're gonna just settle on that right there. The upside is gonna work perfect as a state animation. So what we're gonna do is take this and paste it underneath it, and we're gonna put in parentheses state, anim or state, whatever. Get rid of all of the sound effects and flashes. And we're going to batch the entire thing and change the scale to 25%. Actually, nope, we're gonna start over. That didn't work right. Let's copy this, paste this again, get rid of these. Batch 1 to 12, and change the scales of everything to 55%. You can't really see it very much, but that's fine. because this won't just be a regular blind. We're gonna have it bat blind. Or we can have this just be the blind state animation if we're not already using one. We don't have a state, we're gonna use this for blind. So this is state animation. What was it, 176? 176. I don't know if I have this plugin in yet. We're gonna see if it works right. When we get blinded, we're gonna have a state animation playing on us. Let me look at. Is this the skill core that does the state animation, or is that a standalone plugin? I'm gonna move over to Yanfly.mo. I'm gonna go down his plugin list and I'm gonna type in Control F and I'm gonna say state animation. Okay. Animation doesn't bring up anything. But finding state brings up 40 of them. Buffs and states core, extended damage over time, state categories, visual state effects. That's the one. That's the one. Do I have this one yet? Let's find out. Right click, save link as. Yep, X visual state effects.js inside of the plugins. We need Battle Engine core, Buff States core, and Animated SV enemies. Place under Animated SV enemies. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Let's hit OK. Let's go to our plugins. Let's go down here. Visual state effects. Okay, we'll say okay. Let's bring this up here. Okay, we've got Battle Engine core, Buff States core, Animated SV enemies, and so visual state effects should work. Let me double check to see if I don't have it another time. Looks good. So now what that's going to do is whenever the player or anything gets blinded, they're going to have that animation play on them like it's going to loop. It's going to keep looping. And it looks really nice. It's really nice. You can have a transform skill that turns you into a vampire. Pizza's got some extra stat system working. Nice, congratulations. You guys are funny. Check out Aprion, Knight of the Old Republic, says Pizza. I like Knights of the Old Republic. Very good RPG. Hopefully there was no hiccup in the streaming. It still shows green to me. Dockwee's Alt F4. I don't think that's the way to fix it. You can give it a shot, let me know if it works. Alright, what did I just do? I made state animations for blind. Now it should be working. Let's make the blind 100% of the time. No, 75. What am I doing? I want to play test it, but I'm going to find out eventually. So much to do. We've got 3 skills, Scratch, Blood Drain, and Dark Wing. Let's go to our enemy and give them the skills that we just created. Scratch is their main thing, rating of 5. Blood Drain takes their MP, so they can do it from the beginning. We're going to give it a rating of 4. And the Dark Wing, it requires TP. So they can't do it at the beginning, and they won't keep doing it if they don't have the MP or the TP. So we'll keep that rating at 5 as well. So Blood Drain is the least likely move to happen. So we need to play test this fight. Let's go to System and start Edmund and Jinx at level 6. So it should be kind of easy. Level 6. Level 6. Okay. And I have battle tests events over here. So I'll just copy this event and paste this and change this. Oh, I need to make the troops. So we have our enemy, but we don't have the troop yet. So let's change this maximum a bit. And copy this, add another tunnel rat here. So we have 2 tunnel rats. That's tunnel rat times 2. And here's Shadow Bat. And here's Shadow Bat times 2. There we go. And in this event, we're going to start a fight with the Shadow Bat. And we'll start the player here. Actually, we need to initialize them. It's not going to really work if they're not initialized. So I'm going to, for simplicity, just going to start the player in the house. Because when the player gets here, it's after they've chosen their characters and whatnot. Everything gets initialized. Stuff starts happening. Battles work, right? Timers are running. Drifty, will you have a mix with all of your enemies? You know, I debated this a lot in the last project. Thank you, Pizza. And I'm not sure. I think I'm going to keep it, for the most part, 1 enemy at a time for the party to take on. It's just so much easier to balance. It's so much easier to balance. And later on, when we fight bosses, the boss can have a couple of enemies with him. The Shadow Bat is there. I kind of want to raise the Shadow Bat up a little bit. So we'll take the Shadow Bat and raise them up a little bit. Probably need to do the same thing here. Same thing with the extra tunnel rat. There we go. So this is level 6 and our party's level 6 as well. Let's start off by fortifying ourselves. And irradiate. Comes in with a scratch. Oh, you know what we need to do to scratch? Let's just close this for now. We need to give it an action sequence. So it's going to be a simple attack action sequence. So we can go here and copy our attack action sequence for the sake of saving time. And Blood Drain will do the same thing, right? Except we're doing action animation, right? Instead of attack animation. Motion attack, but action animation has been changed so that it doesn't just do attack animation, it does action, which we'll call this one instead of the default in the plugin, core engine plugin. Anyway, let's just do this one more time. I moved the placement and given them action sequencing, except for Darkwing because it's sort of like a use it across the screen thing. It's like bird, why you no eat bug? Yeah, like I said, Devin, I'll mix the enemies up eventually. Maybe on special challenge floors, maybe in boss fights, we'll have a boss with some extra enemies perhaps. Now the Shadow Bat's placement looks a little bit better. Blood Drain, custom sound effects, custom animations, action sequencing, custom icon. Watch out, Devin Scott will lure you into a fire shot drinking game and then spew fire on you. Did that happen? Look at the state animation. This is the plugin we just put in. Isn't that awesome? Doesn't that look great? He got blinded by our fortify, no, what was it called? Our blessings skill. And then, because it gives our state a chance to blind. Darkwing. Okay, Darkwing didn't get its animation, did it? I didn't assign Darkwing its animation. Hold on. Yeah, I made it and then I didn't even assign it to the skill. Darkwing, Darkwing. Was it? Did I not rename it? I thought I did. Darkwing. Oh, yeah, I did the first time and then I kept trying to do it different. This is state anim. Apply. So we give it the skill, the original, yeah. And the state anim is the one after that, so 176. And on the states, we call 176. Your state animations should be not a lot of frames, very small, which you can just rescale with the batch, and no sound effects. No flashing either. And so you got this little tiny, you can't even see it doing anything here, right? You can't even see that it's doing anything right there. But this is looping over and over when a player gets under the estate or estate, when an NPC or player character falls under the state of 5 blind, they get this. And you can create all your animations for each state, as well as give them SV overlays so that they both work. Alright, so after all these changes, let's get another look at the bat. I'm gonna change that sound effect. Again, I'm getting tired of it already. Blah, 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 blah. It's too long. You just need to be like, ah, bah, bah, something like that. Demos, thank you for coming to the stream. Weapon unleash, bang, bang. Got him. Ooh. Such a cool level up plugin from Olivia. The entire Octopath Battler system. It looks so good, the victory screen. Why are we still costing 1,000 XP per level there? That's gonna have a problem later on. Let me look at the experience curve. EXP level times 1,000 for the Explorer. Level times 1,000. And they started on 6, so that should be 6,000. Huh? So what's going on there? Is that plugin not? No, it's definitely on. I wonder if I'm doing that incorrectly. Custom class parameters. Let me look at this one. Class-based parameters. EXP equals, yeah, level times whatever. Is it turned? No, it's not turned off, because then the rest of these wouldn't be working either. So, why did it show that I gained 600 out of 1,000 experience when I was at level 6? Is that just a bug when you start your characters at not level 1? I'm curious now. When they go from 1 to 2, does it change their maximum to 1,000 to 2,000? And that's how you get around it? I have to find out now. Okay. Level times 1,000. Alright, let's go to system. Nope, let's go to actors. 6 and 6. Let's go to level 1. And get to level 2, and then check our status. It should be 2,000 to the next level. Let's fight, I guess, this one. Vile Kamehameha. Essentially. Oh no, she's stunned. $200 out of 1,000. This was the wrong fight. Blind it. Blind it. Nope. Okay, that's 500. Should be easy. Yep. There we go. So that's 800. I could make a simple event that gives experience, but I'm also kind of testing battle system stuff. What's the dual purpose? 900, and when we hit this next level, it should say 2,000 to the next level. 1,000 times your level. Where are these enemy graphics from? These are hidden ones battlers available on the RPG Maker web forums. Level 2. Now it says 0 out of 1,000. See status. 0. Next level at 1,000. I think I get it. Yeah, I get it. Because they still have 1,000. So they only need 1,000 more to get 2,000. Right? Right. I understand the mechanics now. They will always need 1,000 more, and only 1,000 more, because they currently have the 1,000 that they need times their level. So I understand it now. Because at level 2, they have 2 times their level, or they have their level times 1,000, which would be 2, and they become level 3. That gives them 2,000 out of 3,000, remaining 1,000 left. Or giving 1,000 remaining. Rip Drifty's brain, yes. Okay, so what we can do is level times 1,000. And then we can multiply that by the level again. So we can put this in parentheses so that this happens first. And then we multiply that value by level again. So we'll have 1,000. And we'll need, how much will we need right there? At 1, it'll be 1,000 times 1, it'll still be 1,000. Level 2, it'll be 2,000 times 2, so you'll need 4,000. You're gonna exponentially go up, aren't you? Because 3, you'll have 3,000, and then you'll need 9,000. Leveling's gonna go super slow. Times level divided by 2. So at 1, you'll need 1,000 times, so it'd be 1,500. Level 2, 2,000 times 1, you'll need 2,000. Level 3, you'll need 3,000 times 1.5, which is 4,500. 4, you'll need 4,000 times 2, it'll be 8,000. Level 5, you'll need 5,000 times 2.5. That's 1,250, or 12,500. 6, you'll need 6,000 times 3, you'll need 18,000. So that works until you get to about level 10, and then it gets like, whoa, what's happening? And if I just keep dividing the number higher, you get faster levels earlier and then slows down later on. I need a more complicated level up formula. Guys, where's my mathematicians? I need a more complicated level up formula. You will need your Experior level times 1,000. Because each level creature is going to give 100 more. Use Ragnarok's. I mean, I'm already using a plugin to handle this. I just need a good formula. I don't need another plugin. Is Ragnarok, is that the formula you're talking about? Let me search that for you. Ragnarok's level up formula. Oh, is that the game? Is that a, that's not a person, that's a game. Fortnite XP, did you just link me to some? No. Leveling stats and skills. How do they do it? They level their stats independently, I guess. I never played the game, so I don't know. Scrolling down, and I don't really see anything spectacular that I can't just make myself, and I don't see their actual level formula. Okay, no. Maybe you can link me the formula. Yeah, I only have 10 minutes, and I need to come up with a new level up formula. While I'm thinking about that, I'm going to actually make this divided by 4 for now. You're going to level up fast, aren't you, at the beginning? Super fast. And then it'll slow down a lot after a certain point. Level -1 times 1,000. But I'll need to have a base value, right? Because that'll start with 0. Because you're going 0 times 1,000 is just like 0. So like 1,000 plus level -1 times 1,000. Devin Scott might be onto it. So let's fight and look at stuff. Where are we at? 250 for level 1. I'm actually okay with that for right now. Let me... But it will get messed up later on, so let's see. Level to second power plus 100, or even if ID equals 3, why do we need ID? I don't understand why you're referencing an ID. Let me take a look at your first one. But I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna say 100 plus level minus 1 times 1,000. So it's gonna be 100 plus. Oh no, wait. I need to use the parenthesis different here. That's going to be bad numbers there. Let's go like this. Level minus 1 times 1,000 plus 100. So we have 0 added the first time. So it'll be 100. But then it'll be 1,100. And then it'll be 2,100. That doesn't change anything, because then we just need 1,100. How many enemies do you want to defeat to gain 1 level? At the beginning of the game, only a few. Like maybe 2 or 3 fights, 4 fights. I'd say 3 fights is a sweet spot. You get your first level, and then 4 more fights, you get your next level. 5 more fights, you get another level. 6 more fights, you get another level. But it also depends on the characters the creatures you're fighting, right? Because if you fight higher level stuff, it's less fights, just harder fights. And that's why I didn't want to have it just be the same. Because you're fighting a level 6 creature, you're going to get 600 experience. You fight a level 10 creature, it shouldn't just give you a level every time. You fight a level 20 creature, it shouldn't give you 2 levels. That's the system I have right now. So I'm trying to get away from that. With a not super complicated, just better level up formula. So this looks interesting, but not quite what I'm going to be going for. Let's make a event right here, an event. And what it'll do is just give us experience. It'll show a choice and let us gain some experience. Change experience for the entire party, a constant of 100, show level up. And then what we'll do is copy this, paste it here, and this will be 1,000. And this is below characters. Action button. Heartless Angel, how are you doing? Raged for 4 hours trying to make my world map not defaulty. Aw. Keep working on it. Jinx is now level 2. We gained 100 experience and we're level 2. Need 1,000 or 900 more to level. We gained 1,000. I should change both of their formulas. Well, I mean, you can see that this is the original. You always need 1,000 per level more. That's not what we want. So level 3, you have 1,100, you need 1,000 more. And you go here. She's always gonna need 1,000 more. The formula that you gave me is like very similar to the one I just had. Gamedev is a constant state of map hell. Unless you're a professional mapper and it's just your strong suit. Some people are really good at it. I'm getting better. I'm constantly improving. Having better tile sets definitely helps, but just having them doesn't make you better. You have to use the tools you have and get good at the tools, good with the tools that you actually have. So let's try 100 plus level times 1,000. The division will happen first. 100 plus your level times 1,000 plus level divided by 4 times 1,000. They would multiply before the division, so I wanted to divide this first. So we're going to say we don't need the base 100 now because we're starting off with level times 1,000. Level times 1,000, or we can do level, yeah, well, that makes sense. Level times 1,000 plus level divided by 4 times 1,000. But level 1 would be hard to get. Level minus 1. Yeah, let's do level minus 1 times 1,000 plus level divided by 4 times 1,000. Let's take that formula, put it on both of them for now. And see how it scales later on in the game. Okay, we need 250 at first. So let's gain 1, 2, 3. Now we need 1,200. So that would be 50, from 250 to 1,500. So let's gain 1,000, 1, boom. So we gained 1,200. Well, a little bit more than that actually. 1,500. And then we need 1,250 more. 1,000, boom, boom, boom. Then we need 1,200 more. I already lost the curve. 1,250, 1,200, 1,250, 1,200. So this still doesn't work. What if I use math.random? It's inconsistent. It's so inconsistent. $333 for the first level. 1, 2, 3, 400. Oh wait, I only changed one of theirs. Next level in 33. Okay. Then 1267, so we'll go boom, 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 boom. Admin should level. What? One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, it's messing me up because Jinx doesn't have the same formula. All I changed was one number. Come on, mathematicians. Try level times 1, or level plus 1 times 1,000 divided by 4. Alright, we're going to try that next. We need a good growth curve that consistently costs more and more and more experience the higher level they get. $1267. 1300. Thirteen, 1, 3, 4. No. So this formula will not work no matter what we divide the level by here. Let's try. Devin Scott says level plus 1 times 1,000 divided by 4. What is the comma in there for? Level plus 1 times 1,000 divided by 4. I mean, 1,000 divided by 4? I mean, why wouldn't you just put 250? At the beginning we need... I did it again, didn't I? Such an idiot. I mean, this is just gonna always return 250. So you're just saying 500. This is not a good one. Let's show it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with parentheses there. Level 51, guys! We're level 51. We just gained 300 experience and we're level 51. That's why I was like, nah. Experience equals level plus 1 times 1,000 and then divide the entire thing by 4. $250 to the first level. 1, 2, we got 300 experience and we're level 99, guys. We capped out after 300 experience. We are capped out. Cannot get any more experience than 300. Because you have to remember, when you level up, the experience equal, it's telling you the max number you need for the next level, but you still have all the experience you got from the last level. That's why I had a problem in the first place. So what we can do is, what we need is 100 plus level times 1,000 and then something else. We have to account for the level that the player is. So if we want level 2 to cost 2,000 experience, we need to multiply the entire thing by level again. Right? 100 plus level times 1,000 times your level. Did I inline? And I didn't put it on both. Let's do inline and let's put it on both. At the beginning, we need 1,100, which is a lot for the first level. But when we get level 2, we need 3,000. Then we need 5,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need 7,000. Then we need 9,000. All right. So let's divide this by 0.75. Level divided by, or multiplied by 0.75. times, we need to parenthesis this as well. So our formula now is 100 plus level times 1,000 times level times 0.75. And it's going to take this number and this number and calculate them, these two first, and then multiply them together and then add 100 to that. We can actually get rid of the 100 when I think about it. Because as long as there's a base value, we're not using level minus something. At the beginning, we now need 750. Much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're level 2, and we require 2200. One. Did I not change both of their things? I did not change both of their things. Okay. Copy this, go here. Copy this, go here. I should just remove Jinx from the party. Why am I being so stubborn? There we go. And we can just change the number on the Explorer until we get it pinpoint correctly. Level 1 we need 750, that's about right. Let's gain 1,000. Excuse me. We have, now we need 2,000. Gain 2,000. Now we need 37,500, or 3,750. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we need 5,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need 6,750. 6, 7. It's working. This formula works. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's too large, so we just change the numbers. We just reduce them by what, half? So we'll go level times 500. So this formula works. We just need to change the variables now. The potency, the number. 375 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after we gain 400 experience, we need 1,100. Boom, boom. Then we need 1875. Let's gain 2,000. Level 4. 2,500. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've gained 6,000 experience at level 5, and we need 3,375 to go to the next. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it keeps costing more every level. You have to work harder for every level. It still seems like a lot of experience by level 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. But this is right. This is going to work. I mean, 500 works. What I could do is award more experience per battle too, if I like this formula. Let's go with 300 and see how that works. I think we got it. I think we figured it out. Next live stream, we're going to be designing skill items and more creatures and linking maps and a lot of the same. And you never know where we're going to go off on a side tangent. 225, so that's 3 fights, or 2 fights, even 1, 2, 3. 56 plus level times 5 times 1. Where do you get 56? So level 2, you need 600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you need 1125. We'll go boom, boom. Wait, did that not work? That didn't read it. Oh yeah, you needed 1200. And then you need 1500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you need 2025. 1, 2, 1. That's much more generous You need 2,400. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still going to get expensive later on. 29. But you gotta imagine, at level 7, everything you kill is going to give you 700 experience. So this is still only like, what, 4 or 5 fights to the next level. You get that constant growth still. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. So at level 8, the things that you're fighting your level are going to give you 800 experience. So that's still 4 to 5 fights to the next level. 3,300. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Level 9. 37. It's 4 to 5 fights. I found the formula that I like that I'm going to use now. That works perfect. That's if you're fighting harder and harder monsters as you go up. So you could fight easier monsters and grind off them, but to get that exponential growth, you would fight harder monsters. If you can kill them in the same amount of time. Anyway, I like our formula. I'm out of time. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the stream. You guys are awesome. I love all the feedback I get. Craig, thanks for helping me with the numbers. Devin, thanks for helping me with the numbers. Everybody who's chipping in with their ideas. I love it. Everybody who came to the stream, I hope you had an enjoyable time. I wish you the best of luck on your project. Today is Thursday, October 11th. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going to be doing a live first impression video. So stay tuned to the Discord when I post the thumbnail tomorrow morning. You should see what game we're playing. And it looks interesting. It might be short, so we'll be doing some game dev after the live first impressions. If you would like to get your game played on a live stream in a first impressions format where we can analyze it and promote it and talk about what's good about it and what could be changed for the better, I offer this as a service on patreon.com/driftwoodgaming. That's patreon.com/driftwoodgaming. It is the $20 a month tier. If you are interested in editing services or just seeing what I'm up to, or if you want to support me, just contact me with any offers you have, and you could back me on Patreon if you would like to, and that's always appreciated. If you want to stay up to date, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at driftwoodgaming on Twitter. I am also on twitch.tv/driftwoodgaming, but I stream mainly on YouTube live. And yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. You're awesome. Stay awesome. Puka, have a good day. Doc Weeze, thank you for all the good insight. Demos Overkill, better late than never. Thank you for coming to the stream. Rin Phoenix, I'm glad that you showed up. Always good to have you, my dude. Heartless, I hope you have better luck with your maps. Keep working on your world map. I'm sure it's going to come together nicely. I like your art in Art Museum too. Very, very cool. Good job with that work. Keep posting it. I love to see it on Discord. If you guys want to come hang out with me before and after the live streams, I have a Discord server. You can get a link to it in the description below. And we hang out there and we show our work off, and there's a place you can promote your stuff, and there's a channel specifically for that, so everyone's cool. I like to see what everybody's working on. It's really cool to have you guys come in and show what you've been doing. All of you talented artists, there's an art museum. I love to see your creations. Hope everybody's having a good Inktober, everybody who's participating in that. Yes, Alexander Burkle, thank you for coming. F5, Silver, Starlight, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming. Pizza, Wasif, everybody who I forgot to mention. T-Bone Terror chimed in earlier. We had some talk of KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, and Vibroblades. We missed some of that. Thank you for tuning in, baby.
I love you, T.
I love all you guys for coming to the stream. I gotta go now. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.